Greetings YouTube, Crosstrain here, and today I'm bringing you a replay in my Spähpanzer SP1C, which is a Tier 7 German light tank. This was, well, let's just say this is a very unexpected result. Still really learning how to play this tank. This is my 13th battle, in fact, in this tank, and I think it was my 3rd battle with the autoloader. Now, a lot of differences of opinion on this tank and whether the autoloader is the way to go. This is a 3-shot autoloader, and it takes nearly 20 seconds to reload, 3 seconds between shots, with a 2.4 or 2.3 second aim time between shots. So in watching others' opinions of this tank on YouTube, many people said that the autoloader was not worth it, but I decided, since I had unlocked it, that I would go ahead and mount it and see how I liked it. And again, for 3 shots, about 240 average alpha damage on each shot on this tank. And in fact, let's take a look and see what the stats say. 240 average damage, 180 penetration. You know, so in a period of 6 seconds from your first to your last shot, you can put out about 720. Is that 720 damage? Yeah, something like that on average. So compared to, say, the Walker Bulldog, which can put out 1,500 if you penetrate all 10 shots at 150 per shot. You know, this has got a really small output from a damage perspective. But nonetheless, I decided to give it a try, and I think this is my 3rd battle in it, so the fact that I'm still using it after 2 and into my 3rd battle means that I wasn't terribly disappointed in what I was seeing. So anyways, again, this is 13th battle overall. I am literally just taking this time, just trying to figure out where I can be effective. This is a Tier 10 battle, as you see, so I am low tier. There's me and one other Tier 7 light on our team, and there is only 2 Tier 7 lights on the other team as well. What I saw at this point is we did take command of the hill right from the beginning. I was trying to spot up the middle, but I got spotted in there, so I bolted out. We do own the hill right now, so I felt pretty safe in the middle of the field. However, I do see they got an FV202 down in the valley here, so I wanted to come over here and light them up and hopefully maybe put a shot into him. The FV202 is a good player, so I decided to stay out of sight and then come up and hopefully put a shot in him. He is tracked. I'm going to dump a couple of shots into him. I track him again and set him on fire and get a 3rd shot in him before he can get a shot off. Actually, he didn't get a shot off at me. The Patton got a shot off at me and missed. So again, I call for some help to have these guys pay attention behind him in there, and I'm going to zip off and reload. It says 20 seconds on here. My reload with my crew skill, and I think I have a I get working in my 3rd skill crew here. My reload is like 17 seconds, something along those lines. So as I roll around to try to, I see this 4202 and I want to get a side shot, but no need to. My team goes in and takes him out. That M48 Patton is still down in this valley though, and I'm trying to again call attention to him, to my team. For some reason, in the meantime, I see this 50 Hunter up in the hill who just sits there and allows me to shoot him. So that was very nice. Critical hit on that M48 Patton. So again, I'm clipping again. I'm not sure why our 50 Hundo is sitting in the corner there, but while I'm clipping, I'm just waiting to see where this Patton's going, if he's coming after me or if he's chasing after. It looks like he's chasing after the 50 Hundo. So I decide at this point that I'm going to go ahead and get in on him. I hit him and set him on fire, got an auto fire extinguisher, obviously, hit him for a 2nd shot. He is so fixated on that 50 Hundo. So the 50 Hundo did serve a purpose right there, because he was so fixated on him that he just ignored me completely, which worked out great in my benefit. And these guys finish off the STA real quick before I can get reload again. So now at 8 and 5, 9-5, the field has opened up a lot. So this is where lights can be extraordinarily effective. There's a lot of gaps now where you can get through. You can see their T110E4 was last located up in the north part in the 4 line. I am just trying to see where this LTTB is, and there he is. Came around our side of the rock, so I'm going to go try to give him chase, but he's way too fast for me to get there. So again, I do notice that he's cutting back towards the middle, so I'm hoping I can get a shot at him as he goes across the railroad track here. So I get in here, let my reticle settle, and sure enough, there he is. He gets hit by somebody else. I'm able to put the finishing touches on him. So it is now 12-5. They have a Tier 9, Japanese heavy Tier 9, and 2 Tier 10s left. All of them are spotted on the map right now, so they're all the Type 4 heavy is over in heavy alley over there in 1. At this point in time, what my plan was to get up behind the Type 4 heavy. Even though it would be very iffy for me to pen him from the back, I decided that he was the guy that I wanted to try to finish off because he was relatively low health. But as I'm working that way, he gets taken out. So now I change course, which is probably a good idea because both that IS-7 and the E4 were close. And so I get a side shot into this IS-7. So I'm able to, before I can reload again, we take him out as well. So now it's just a matter of taking out the C4. Now the C4 is not sure exactly which way he's facing, but I do know that I got a 4202 in front of me that if he's facing my way, he's going to shoot first. So I've got 2 shells, and instead of reloading, but then I see that he's facing the other way. Instead of reloading, I just figured, well, I'm going to get 2 shots off. So I did, and sure enough, somebody else put a shot into him just before I got my second shell off. So it allowed me, as I was flying around his backside, to get my final shell into his rear end for the kill. And so that was very, very satisfying to come into a Tier 10 game, play the patience game, kind of just see what the game brought to me, and then flex from there as you need to do. End up again surviving this battle. Again, this is a big win for me in this tank. So let's take a real quick look at the post-game stats. Sorry about that delay, but so it was in fact my very first time. Again, this is my 13th battle in this tank, but I picked up an ace tanker on that battle. Again, you can see my damages here. This was a ×5 over this last Veterans Day, kind of the end of the week and the weekend. We had a 5 times weekend going on, so picked up 10,505 in terms of XP, which is a really nice roll, and had a gross of 43,476. From the team score page, you can see that I had a base XP of 1401, which is again obviously my best outlay in this tank. Almost 3,000 damage, almost 2,900 damage, I should say. 2,871 damage with 4 kills, and again, nothing done real fast, but just really using a light tank in a way that I found to be very, very effective, which is to not, Sua Scout certainly, which is how I played Scouts. I didn't really Sua Scout, but I just felt like I had to be out front lighting people up all the time, at all times in all places when I was in a light tank, and I didn't know how I could really impact the battle going back to when I first started playing this game, and I've been playing since opening day, so well over 4 years ago. And it's just recently I've started playing lights again as I'm going up, picking up all the Tier 8 lights, and I'm rolling through their trees. I found that this is just a good way to play the tank. It's just to sometimes on the maps that really you can do it on, the big open maps, I love to do passive scouting early in a battle and see if I can pick up some assistant damage, help my team out in that way, and just lighting targets up for them to shoot. But then late game, finding a hole in what's left of the defense. Hopefully we've cut some holes through their defense and getting through, and then just creating havoc on the backside. So that's kind of what I did in this one. Really spent most of the time out back. I was hoping to spot the bridge at the beginning, but I got lit. So again, just the way I like it. I'd love to have some feedback from folks who really enjoy playing lights and talk to me about that, what they think about that kind of strategy. Again, on a map like this where you can't really go sit in a bush and get great spotting because of the undulations of the map and all that kind of stuff. But you can play a passive role, do what you can early, and then just take advantage of the openings when they're there. So you can see that I fired 13 shots. I hit all 13 shots. 12 of those 13 shots penned. I did not fire a single shell, a premium, so that was all standard pen stuff at 180 penetration, which means I was able to get the sides of all of my targets in order to pen all of them in a tier 10 match. 2,800 damage, as I said, 310 of them from a snipey kind of roll, 300 meters away. Damaged 6, destroyed 4. Traveled almost 3 kilometers. Again, at times 5, 10,510. So that was a nice game for me. And as I said, it was my first time with an ace tanker with this tank. So my early, for those of you who are wondering, my early call is that the autoloader is nice. I do like the autoloader. It's almost a 7-second reload with the single shot. It's the same exact gun. It's a single shot that fires the same shell, same pen, same alpha, and it's like 6.7 with my crew to fire. So you don't really lose a whole lot. In fact, it's almost exactly the same with the autoloader, but I do like the rapid outlay with an autoloader like you just saw. So you get 3-shot bursts, put 750 damage out there instead of 6.7 seconds fire and get 240, then kind of hide or get back out of sight, and then another 240 damage. So far I am liking the autoloader, and I will keep playing it until I decide otherwise. But hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment if you got any input on light play and any thoughts about open maps versus closed maps versus city maps and what's the best way to play lights. Love to hear your feedback on it. You do that and I will respond back to you. And so until next time, I do look forward to seeing you on the battlefield. And until next time, this is Crosstrain from World of Tanks. Peace.